Welcome back to the Basement Ballers live podcast. Let me just fix this because it's looking kind of whack. Uh, bow. Fix this. Cheeky. There. Let me make my big ass head small. All right. Welcome back to the Basement Ballers podcast live stream with my buddy Brahim. We're going to be starting up in a little bit. Let me just make sure that all my audio and everything is looking cheeky. We're looking good. This is a new setup for this week. Hopefully you guys like it. If you don't like it, you guys let me know. But if you do like it, let us know as well. But we have made a few adjustments. This is what I call the locker room area. This is where we're gonna be talking shit. We're just gonna be like our little powwow session right here. And you guys can come and join us and let us know what you guys think. But without further ado, this is what it is now. When we go live on other days that are not podcast days like today, we'll be going here. This is kind of like our intermission section. But today we're podcasting. We're live with Brahim. He's already waiting for us. So we're just going to switch over there and do that. Bow. There he is. Look at him. Let me just unmute his ass. Okay. You should be good.
Yeah, me muted, you prick.
Well, no one wanted to hear your dumbass voice. Nah, I'm kidding. But what is good, everybody? Hope everybody who's joined. Ooh. Okay, never mind. Who's joined the stream is having a great time. I want to see if I've tried to set up a few new commands on YouTube. Let me see if it works, because that would be lovely.
What indeed? Quite lovely.
Okay, it doesn't work, so that's fine. I'll figure that out later. But what I will say is that we have made a lot of changes this past week, me and Brahim. Obviously, our TikTok is still on fire, doing its thing. Our Instagram is up there. Our Twitter is up there. But now our YouTube game is on fleek, I hope. And we also now have started our very own Ballers Academy Discord server. For those of you who would like to join and be a part of that, that would be amazing. It's just where we talk all kinds of shit, where we communicate, where we join. We have a bunch of different like little chats for different teams that you support, and you guys can go crazy on there. So if you guys want to join, the link will be in the description. Just go to the Discord, copy paste that link into your search, and then you'll automatically get like the invite. And then you can join and you can start talking. And if you guys want any new like chats or anything opened up on that, let us know for sure. That would be absolutely amazing. Now, let's start off with what we really want to talk about, which is obviously football. And our first topic of the day, I think, would be a good one because you just literally released a TikTok about it like maybe 30 minutes to an hour ago, is Harry Kane. So, Raheem, I've done a lot of talking. How about you kick us off?
Yeah, dumb transfer. I don't know. Like like I mentioned in the TikTok, if he wants to stay for an extra year at Spurs and then leave on a free, like okay, fine, I get it. Harry Kane does strike me as like an asshole, so I don't think he would. I don't think he's gonna do that. My fear right now is that he's gonna sign a new contract, and if he does, then he's the biggest loser I've ever seen in the history of the sport, because he's 30 years old now. I get going to Bayern. Like personally, if I was him, yeah, I'd hold out for another year and then go to another team, maybe like a Prem team, maybe I don't know, any other team. Because if he goes to Bayern and wins silverware, it's like yeah, but no, it's Bayern. It's like
Oh,
that Rihanna thing that she said to Kevin Durant when he was with the Warriors. It's like, winning a championship with the Warriors is like losing your virginity to a prostitute. It's the same thing. Like
Rihanna said
losing.
that?
Yeah, Rihanna told Durant that, and basically it's the same thing. It's like getting rid of your trophy virginity by going to Bayern. It's like the same thing. It's like having sex with a prostitute to lose your virginity. It's the
Fuck.
same thing. It's like with or without Kane. Like you can put me up there, they're gonna win the league.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
Yeah, okay. I'd say the league title is very inconsequential for sure in terms of Bayern Munich, especially because like you have teams like we've talked about this in the past, but you have teams like Dortmund who have become weaker this offseason, I would say. I mean, I haven't really been keeping track with their all of their transfer related news, but I still feel like with Kane, they're a very clear favorite to get that to win the Bundesliga, which is obviously like again, it really is a inconsequential trophy. Now, the real trophy would be if they somehow went to the Champions League and, you know,
yeah, if they win the Champions League, sure, but they're not going to.
yeah.
Because like even with Kane, they're not. They won't win it. No.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know. Iron right now are not like pretty much like half of the team that they had when they won the Champions League in 2020 either left or got worse.
Mm-hmm.
Like okay, think of it like this: Lewandowski's not there anymore. Nabry isn't as good as he was back then. Sane is a bit worse. They just lost Sadio Mane, even though he wasn't that great for them. They lost him. Kimmich is good. Their midfield, I mean, Muller's getting up there with age. Like, there's that. There's Thiago's not there anymore. Their defense is kind of nah. Alaba's not there. Sula's not there. Boateng's not there. Like, a lot of that team isn't there anymore. So, like, they're not as good as what they were a couple years ago. And I don't think adding Kane changes that much because like, I don't know. Now, keep in mind, I'm not a German expert, so anyone who's a more of a Bayern expert could tell maybe Kane does make a huge difference for them. I personally don't think so. Like, I mean, I don't know. I will say though, against Man City, if they did have a Harry Kane, like they had a decent amount of chances that if they had like a better striker, they would have
Yeah,
scored more.
no, I think their nine position as was is something that they definitely need.
But yeah, they do need to get reinforced that. But honestly, if I'm Kane, if I'm Kane, I'm thinking it over, but I still maybe stay at Spurs 1 year and then go to another team.
Hmm.
But the thing is like I said in the video, like on the TikTok, apparently he's liking the direction of the club right now with this new coach, and it's like he said the same thing when Jose was there, when Conte was there.
Hmm.
Like I don't really see what's gonna
He's
change this.
very much a
It's like he's
seem
trying to
what seems
find
to me very much a comfort zone player. You know,
Yeah, it's like he's trying to find any excuse he can to justify him staying at Spurs. Like, if you want to stay at Spurs, cool. But like, I don't want to hear. First of all, I don't want to hear people say, "Oh, we feel bad for Kane. He deserves better ever again." It's like, no, bro, he's a career loser. It's fine.
yeah.
Like Berbatov was as good as Kane probably, maybe slightly. Like he wasn't fine. Yeah, actually, no, I'll put that back. He wasn't as good as Kane, but he was still up there. He was still a very great striker. Was with Spurs, and he forced his way to Man United. Then what? He won like two or three Premier Leagues. So like, I don't know. Like you can't get like if you try to force it enough, you can leave. Like Mason Mount forced his move to Man United. Onana forced his move to Man United from Inter. Moise Canceto's trying to force his move from Brighton, and right now
Hmm.
Brighton's a better team than Spurs.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I
I,
mean,
I
well,
mean,
I mean, you
he,
you're a Barca fan, so you definitely saw. I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't remember if you watched it, but you definitely witnessed at least that your team decimate them in like the span of 5 minutes.
yeah,
Spurs
well,
are a bit of an interesting case, man. I don't know what it is, bro. But listen, by the way, shout out to you, Noobster. Thanks for joining the stream. He says, don't really watch much Spurs games, but if Kane plays like Lewandowski, then he could do well at Bayern. What do you think? I don't. So Kane's not a Lewandowski like player in my opinion. I think they're very, very, very different as strikers. I think Kane is a more complete striker. But Lewandowski is more of like a clinical goal scorer. Even though Kane has that to his game, but I feel like Kane
look,
is more complete.
I'll say this about Kane. I'll say this. Um, I think the fact he hasn't won trophies yet and shit, like he hasn't really won any team awards, makes people think he's not as good as like what they think he is. But I think Kane overall, what is he? I mean, between him and Lewandowski, I think it's very close. I'm not gonna say well it's better than the other, but it's not really as far as what people think. Like, because in my opinion, he's a better playmaker than Lewandowski. He holds the ball up better. He's better at starting plays. Like he's better at initiating plays. Let me just put it like this: Lewandowski for me is like you give him a chance, he's gonna score.
Hmm.
But and keep in mind, I've been watching him more obviously as he's with Barca, and I did watch prime Lewandowski. Now I'm talking about just like right now, in the past few years, maybe he was better at Bayern. But the way he is with Barca, the way I'm seeing is like if he doesn't get given chances, he's not scoring that many goals by himself.
Facts.
Like
No.
I feel like he needs to get fed more. Now keep in mind, he's a different player than when he was with Bayern. I know, and overall between him and Kane all time, I mean Lewandowski have to go because
Yeah, you have
Lewandowski.
to.
I mean unofficially you could say won a Ballon d'Or, which is dumb. They canceled the award the year he should have won
Yeah,
it.
no,
He
I think a lot of people would agree that Lewandowski, like, even though it's not recorded, but Lewandowski at least has one Ballon d'Or.
like the whole argument of like, oh, we'll put Kane on Bayern, he does the same as Lewandowski. It's like, okay, well, am I disagreeing with it? No, but it hasn't happened. Like, you can't really use if, buts, and maybes. All time, yeah, fine, you'll say Lewandowski, but like,
Hmm.
I don't think like Kane isn't far off. Like, I don't know.
Hmm. No, that's
What do you
fair.
think?
That's a fair point. Anyway, I think whatever happens with Kane, it's obviously like listen, it's obviously not a very favorable situation for him. Like he has a bit of like a head heart mentality kind of thing where I think his heart is with Spurs, but his head might be saying something else. And there's a bit of a battle there. But let's just say this: let's say that Kane does leave Spurs, goes to Bayern, and never comes back to the Prem again. Which I mean, I don't think is super likely. I think that eventually maybe he would come back. But let's say he doesn't. Where do you think Kane is in your like top 10 strikers in Premier League history?
Well, he's top five.
He's top five, eh?
I think overall, I'll still take Henri over him.
Mm,
I think Henri's the best striker of all time,
mm-hmm,
like in the Premier League, anyways.
mm-hmm,
I'll say he's better. I'll think I'll still maybe put Sergio Aguero up there.
mm,
I think Sergio Aguero still, to my opinion, maybe slightly is
mm-hmm,
better. I'll say that. And then, because the thing is with Kane is that Kane, one thing about him is that he tends to ghost in big game. Every big game he's ever had, he's ghosted.
yeah,
That's what happens. Like Aguero has 54 goals against the top six.
yeah,
Premier League. That's 54 goals.
mm-hmm,
That's like 20 something goals more than the second best player
mm-hmm,
on that list, which I forgot is who. But anyways, so I don't know. I'd say yeah, Aguero, Henri. I'd say if you want to count Rooney as a striker, I'll say Rooney, and then I'll say Kane is fourth. Yeah, I'll say Kane is four.
yeah. No, and Noopster said top five, but not having won anything really doesn't look good for him. Yeah, I think that's the big thing. I think the only thing missing from Kane's resume is the fact that he's kind of like a
Yeah,
loser, like in a way, like yeah.
circumstance. Like he's a
Yeah.
victim of the team he plays for.
Yeah, but the
Which like
thing is, I think, but you said it like right. Where to be honest, maybe he really should have left in 2018, right? Because like signing a 6-year extension in 2018 when he was what 2018, he would have been 24.
he was 24. Yeah, like he basically sold off the rest of his like prime
Yeah.
essentially. Spurs, and the way I'm seeing it, it's like because I mean I don't know if anyone has argued it yet on in the comments of the video. I have to go check. But okay, I when I posted it, I did realize one argument someone could make is that Spurs in 2018 you could consider we're a top 10 team in Europe because it had finished I think in the top four for like 4 or 5 years in a
Hmm.
row. And that was the year, like, and the year coming up, they made the Champions League final and stuff. But you could kind of tell somewhat, like, how do I say this? Like around 2018, early 2019 times, you could tell that Spurs were kind of like we're probably gonna hit their ceiling.
Mm.
And for me, if I'm Kane, it's like, listen, him signing an extension isn't my issue. It's the fact that it was 6 years. Like if he signed like a 3-year extension, maybe even four, okay, fine. Because by the time the contract ends, he would have been 27, 28. So he could still garner like a huge move somewhere else. But the fact he signed off pretty much the rest of his prime years at Spurs, and knowing the kind of owner Daniel Levy is, like they keep in mind Madrid had to pay 100 million plus to get Bale
Mm.
out of, and that was when the market wasn't as expensive, and Bale at Spurs wasn't as good as what Kane is at Spurs.
Hmm.
So like if you charged 100 million to get Bale out of Spurs, like imagine with Kane. Like that's the thing. We're seeing it right now. He's basically the only reason why he's agreed because they have agreed. I feel like the Spurs have agreed to sell Kane to Bayern, but it's only because it's Bayern
Hmm.
and it's outside the Premier League. So like yeah, I don't know. Like that's I think Kane's mistake. And like I said, the fact that he's even somewhat entertaining talks of staying at Spurs beyond like this year, I mean he's dumb. Like,
Yeah.
it's baffling. I don't get it.
It is. But anyway, let's move on to another striker in the Premier League, just real quick. Who, because now that you've been talking about somebody who ghosts in big games, there seems to be another striker who's been really in the media a lot lately and who's also been talking about being ghosting in big games, which is Erling Haaland. So, obviously, what he did last season was incredible. Obviously, he broke a lot of records, scoring records, and all that. But one thing that I've seen a lot this week, especially after that Arsenal Community Shield victory over City, is Holland really hasn't shown up for these big finals. Even when they won the Champions League and things like that, he wasn't really a key factor in that winning. So what do you think about that? Do you think that this is something to be concerned as a Man City fan? I mean, for the three of them that do exist, or do you think that like it's just whatever and like he'll just get better kind of thing?
Yeah, I don't think it's of concern for I'd say probably three reasons. One, they're able to win regardless of him ghosting or not.
Mm-hmm.
Like ghosted pretty much that he ghosted the FA Cup final and ghosted the Champions League final. They still won those. And so I'd say that too. Yeah, the whole aspect that he is going to get better because keep in mind he's already broken the Premier League goal scoring record. Scored 36 goals in 35 games. All that, and he's still what 22,
Mm-hmm.
23. So yeah, he's technically not going to hit his prime for another like 3-4 years. So yeah, he does have room to get way better.
Yeah.
Because Kane, for example, like speaking of Kane earlier, Kane when he first broke out, he scored I think in like his third or fourth year scored I think 28, 29 goals in the Premier League, but he wasn't as good as what he is now in terms of his playmaking. Still wasn't that good. And Kane had the one season wonder tag for like the longest time on him. Because people thought that like besides like his scoring, like used to be just like mainly a scorer, kind of like Holland. His
Mm-hmm.
game developed over time, and Holland I think is gonna be the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it is of concern maybe a bit just because like yeah, Holland's the type of player where you can watch if you can just nullify like the midfielders around him, and you can kind of keep him quiet because he's a
Mm-hmm.
player who relies on service. Like he's not like an Mbappe. Like that's why I was saying Mbappe is better than him because Mbappe can create his own goal, whereas Holland, it's like you need to put him in space. You need to put him in a situation where he can score. He can't make his own.
100%. And the thing is that he's very much reliant on a particular skill set. Even like he's not very good with both feet. Like or not even not good. He's very reliant on one foot over the other. And the fact that like even with against Arsenal, KDB wasn't playing, and so a lot of people like for the first half anyway, and a lot of people were saying that like Haaland is nothing without him, and KDB really was the one who kind of like highlighted Haaland's abilities, and obviously to some extent that's very true, right? Because Kevin De Bruyne is not just any regular midfielder, or any regular center attacking midfielder. Kevin De Bruyne is an all timer, right? So Haaland has been getting amazing service last season. I think now he just really needs to work on what to do in situations where KDB isn't there. Can he still create his own chances? Can he learn from the likes of Kane and stuff?
I don't think it's a KDB. No, because even at Dortmund and Salzburg, he didn't have KDB, but he was still a very good
He was
goal scorer.
very good, but he's not. He reached
He
a new peak.
like he needs his midfield,
Yeah.
yes, to provide him with chances, but it's not like just like a KDB. Like if you take out Bernardo Silva,
Hmm.
he's not going to do as well. So like I think like any midfielder you take out, he won't do as well. I don't think it's just like he's KDB
Hmm.
reliant.
Yeah.
Also, breaking news right now. This just came out actually because
If it's Liverpool related, I don't want to hear about it. Uh,
it is Liverpool related, but you might want to hear about it. So Caicedo right now. So pretty much the bidding wars between Chelsea and Liverpool, and Brighton have said that they're gonna sell to whoever bids the highest. Now Liverpool are 100% gonna bid, right? Chelsea have already bidded but have been rejected. So the way I see it is like, well, obviously everyone's very pissed at FSG for good reason because well, you guys pretty much wasted a year and a half scouting and pretty much tapping up Bellingham, and he ended up not coming.
mhm.
You guys sold your only DM, one of your mid, and like pretty much three of your you sold like four of your midfielders have been sold.
Bro, eight. We lost in total. We've lost eight players.
Eita, that's five.
Bro,
Uh,
it's been eight players, bro.
so, yeah, like
And not even just eight regular players, bro. Our captain and our vice captain gone, and we've signed two players. It's been an
You know what,
absolute joke.
You know what? Think of it like this, though. Say for some reason, because realistically, Caicedo doesn't really have more of an incentive to join Chelsea than Liverpool because, well, Chelsea can't offer him more. Like, if anything, Liverpool can offer probably more. Liverpool are, I'd say, more stable than Chelsea. Because Chelsea have been signing, like, every single day I'm seeing them signing or linked to someone new.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know who's in their squad. Their squad.
Caicedo has been twerking for Chelsea though, so like that's why I feel like
Yeah, but the thing is, like for me, it's like okay, Liverpool can at least offer some European football, even though it's the Europa League, and plus Liverpool are more stable because yeah, Chelsea finished 12th, Liverpool finished 5th. Because right now, if you think about just your starting 11. I'm not even talking about like because okay, we can all admit Liverpool are not gonna win the Premier League or go that far in the Champions League. They have to focus on one. So the way I see it is that if your starting lineup is Diaz and Diaz/Nunez on the left wing. That's your attack. That's like your depth right now. Gakpo and Diego Jota as your strikers, and then Mohamed Salah has like your right winger, right?
no, it's more like the way that Klopp is playing it is more Jota and Diaz left, Nunez, Gakpo center, and then Gakpo sometimes plays a 10, and then Salah, yeah, literally Salah just on the right.
It's only right. Because if you do that, and then your midfield will be Caicedo, Szoboszlai, McAllister, and then your defense is, the starting 11 is good, but you
Yeah,
guys have no depth. You have
yeah.
absolutely no depth. So, say that team, obviously, because of, I don't think Klopp's going to take Europa League seriously. So, in my opinion, that team, barring any major injuries to major players, I think that team could comfortably finish probably third in the league.
Yeah, I mean it does, but like you said, and I think it's not even just the depth in the attack. The attack has a lot of depth, and to
At the
some
midfield,
extent, maybe our midfielders, like if even if, especially if Thiago comes in and all that, he provides some leadership.
that's
But the major thing is the depth in the defense, because bro, bar Van Dyke, who has been questionable last season, so like even he's not making me super comfortable. But bar him and Konate, I have no faith in Matip. I have no faith in Gomez. Uh, like,
like
yeah,
your center back, yeah, you guys need center backs. Is the thing right now? The way I'm looking at it, Man United are linked with Todibo from Nice, and he was at Barca, and I can tell you, he's the type of center back you guys would need. He's like a Saliba.
yeah.
You guys would
Well, it's just that like they don't. It's not. I'm not saying that they don't care because that's obviously not true. It's just that like it's so frustrating as a Liverpool fan to like see all these teams like signing, even like Man City, like dropping almost 100 mil, like about 90 mil on Vardio, and then they come out yesterday talking about they offered up 80 million for Paqueta. Bro, you know Paqueta would be like great on Liverpool. And like we're not even like, are we not even inquiring about the brother? Like what's going on? So they spend 90 million and then they're dropping another 80 million on another player. So we're just sitting here like we're like the biggest mugs on the planet because we're just sitting here like, whoa, all these teams are dropping like splashing cash and you know.
yeah,
And bro, to be honest, like what Klopp has done, honestly, over the last 2 years, cannot be understated. As a manager, would you even say that Klopp has been sufficiently backed? I feel like he's been taking like
no,
making
like
the
I was gonna tell you, FSG have never backed Klopp unless they've made sales. Like even when you guys signed Allison and Van Dijk, that was money from the Coutinho sale.
mm-hmm.
Like FSG rarely spend big from their own pocket. What's like one big, like, okay, Sabuzlai I guess was one.
So Buzz this season.
Because okay, Sabuzlai you guys bought without making any player sales. That was just
Yeah, so
money.
about eight, it's 80 million, and then 35 mil for
McAllister.
McAllister. Last
But no,
season we got Nunez for about 90 million, eight like around there.
I blame Klopp for that. But some of this I'm gonna blame Klopp only for one reason. One, um, because instead of 80 million on Nunez, which you guys didn't necessarily need, that 80 million could have went to like two midfielders last year. Like your midfield has been an issue for like I'd say 2 or 3 years.
Yeah,
Like, it's not new. It's just now it's become great. Like it's grave because Fabinho and Henderson, Milner, Ox, Keita have all left.
yeah,
Those are all players that pretty much had to leave.
yeah,
Yeah. But now highlighting the issue more of like, yeah, you guys need depth because especially this year because you guys struggled a lot this year. Like yeah, like that's what highlighted the need for midfielders. But Klopp should have known that before because I
mm,
don't think FSG forced like I don't think FSG forced the Nunez signing on him. I think that was he wanted to make that signing.
hmm,
Also Gakpo as well. Now Gakpo I get because Gakpo was cheaper. It was like what 40 million.
yeah. No, he was a bargain, to be honest.
Nunez for me, it's like that money could have just been used on two midfielders.
Yep.
Like for me, yeah,
Especially if you had plans on making the Gakpo signing before, because like Nunez honestly, even in preseason, he's shown like some real good like potential and everything. But
hmm,
like I feel like a lot of the players that we have in our squad in the attacking role can be redundant in ways. Like I feel like the like with Chelsea last season, they had so much like they were really bloated as a squad. I feel like Liverpool this season have become kind of bloated in that upper half and really deficient in the lower half. I would prefer a balance, you know. Like I would
yeah, you
prefer to have at least two DMs, you know, at least another like a solid left-footed center back. Instead of Robertson, he's not really built for that. Like the brother just wants to attack, you know. And you see, like I don't know, you haven't been watching Liverpool preseason, but I have, and like you just see, like he's not built for that role as a left-footed or a left-sided center back. He's more, he just wants to go forward, Robertson, right? So overall, what's going on is that like yeah, generally like we're really weak in that first half of the field.
yeah, and look, you guys need to look at what worked so well for you guys when you won, like when you guys won the Champions League, won the Premier League, and we're going neck to neck with it. You need to look at what worked so well for you guys because your attack consisted of yeah, Mane, Firmino, Salah, and then you didn't have like insanely quality depth. And like you had Shaqiri, you had Origi, you had Sturridge was there for a bit until you guys sold him. But like point is like it's not like you guys had insane depth in attack, but you didn't necessarily need it. But your midfield had depth because you had Wijnaldum, Fabinho, Henderson. You had Milner who was still serviceable. Ox was still decent. You had Thiago. Then your defense had decent depth because you had Tsimikas who could back up Robertson, who I mean he's still there. Van Dijk was the best center back in the world. You had Matip who was still serviceable. Joe Gomez who was still serviceable, and then I mean that was before Trent had his defensive issues, which I mean he's always had, but they got highlighted more.
They got highlighted without a proper DM. Yeah, no, it's true, man.
When you guys were good, it's not like you guys had insane depth. Like it was always argued that Man City always had a better team than you guys, but you guys maybe had a better starting 11 as a team overall. Man City always had a better team than you guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's like
100%, 100%, brother.
Like you guys don't need insane depth. You guys just need to be smarter because like I said, right now, who's your DM?
No,
we don't have a DM.
We don't, and the only person who can like I see kind of go there is Bacetic, who has been out pretty much half the season last season, and then we have McAllister, who can somewhat do it. But now listen, to kind of wrap up the Liverpool talk, I say this. I say, they're like the whole Lavia thing. First of all, the whole like FSG trying to like undercut and do this. Like, I don't want it to bite us in the ass, but like, bro, like if it teaches somebody a lesson, then like it is what it is. But please, for the love of Jesus, don't let us miss out on both Lavia and Caicedo. Because if we miss out on both of them, oh my God, we're gonna be in shambles next season. We're gonna be. I think next season we're gonna be the new Spurs or Chelsea, bro.
Would you prefer getting Caicedo even though he's more expensive, or you want?
Yes, I would. If you tell me to pick one, yeah. Because the thing is, Caicedo right now slots in. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you lose a guy, if you had Fabinho, right? I would tell you to sign Lavia, right? But the thing is, you lost Fabinho, and now Caicedo, and you need a brother to just slot in. And Lavia is not a guy who slots in. Lavia is a guy who probably plays off the bench a season kind of thing. Like maybe starts a couple times, but he doesn't like. He's not like a perennial starter. Like he's just in. Caicedo though, he's like what 23, 24. He's like 24, right? That brother, he's
younger, bro. He's like 21.
No way.
Caicedo's young, bro. Let me check. Pretty sure he's like 21. Let's see. Squad. Other squad.
I'm just looking the brother up.
Moise Caicedo is 21, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, 21, and he's already he's already Premier League proven, Premier League experience. He was a big piece of that Brighton squad that pushed for Europa League. Overall, like he's definitely a guy who I would slot in right away, right? But Lavia is like one of those brothers I would have signed again. Like if we had a Fabinho or if we had somebody who was like more established DM, right? But anyway, it is what it is. I just hope we get one of them because like at this point I'm feeling like a little bit desperate in this situation. But listen, that's Liverpool. I want to switch over our conversation and talk a little bit about other teams in the Prem, and then we're gonna give our predictions for like this weekend. And also, guys, next week, we're going to be dropping a new full episode. We're going to do the recording on Sunday right after the games and everything. So make sure you tune into that, which will drop on Wednesday. So instead of a live stream, it's just going to be a regular-ass podcast. We're going to be back with some Premier League roundup, just like you guys are used to watching. So tune into that. But we're going to do some predictions in this stream. But before we do that, I want to talk about United because United also had a couple moves. Starting off with Maguire to seemingly West Ham, right?
West Ham, yeah.
And it looks like they want him to be the captain, which I don't really understand, like why all these teams want Maguire. I guess maybe he's a good captain. I don't know, but like
Maguire will fit a West Ham.
Yeah,
I think Maguire's the type of player, like honestly, where if you put him in a mid-table team that doesn't have like much expectations, he can do well because when you're at Man United. Well, it's Man United. The expectation is what?
The pressure's on, yeah.
Try to be the best team, play this, expansive, tiki-taka. Like, play, like, the best football, play all this. Maguire is not built for that. That's why at Leicester he was so good. Because at Leicester, the pressure wasn't that much on him, so he could play as like because Maguire suits playing like a park the bus.
Hmm.
That's why when Ollie was like their coach and they play a lot of park the bus, he was very good under Ollie for the most part because they played a lot of park the bus. They played five at the back, two DMs, whatever. That's why he was good. But under Ten Hag and under like if you put him like as a, which is why I never understood why Pep wanted him in the first place, to be honest,
Hmm.
because he doesn't fit that type of play style. He fits a park the bus play style.
Hmm.
Like I don't know. For me, if he goes to West Ham, I wouldn't be surprised if he does very well. Like he goes to West Ham, will do well. But I don't want to hear people being like, "Oh, did Man United make a mistake selling him?" Whatever. It's like no.
No, no,
Made a
I
mistake
don't think so. Yeah, yeah. I mean, for what was it, 80 million at the time? That was
Maybe it's like 50 million. Like it's like he was never gonna fit in. Like no.
yeah. But yeah, anyway, that's that situation. I think they were also like there were some rumors that they were trying to offload McTominay to West Ham as well. I'm
Yeah,
not
that
sure.
made. Oh my god, that apparently they rejected. So apparently West Ham bid 35 mil for McTominay, and I think 40 for Maguire, or it was like was they bid like a combined like 70 to 75 million for both.
Hmm.
Man United said no, and I'm like, bro, if they offer me 5 million for each, I'm taking it because, bro, it's like
Okay, not
get
five,
the,
not five, not five. But like,
because no other team is gonna bid more for Like McTominay is worth like 15 million at most. I'm
hmm,
sorry, if the team's willing to bid 30 million, accept it.
yeah, fair.
Maguire, you're not gonna get anywhere near the 80 million you paid for him. So anything that's above, I'd say 30 to 35 million, accept it. They bid
Yeah,
38.
I didn't get the rejection of what's good, Nasser. How you doing, brother? I didn't get the rejection of the McTominay bid because like you just I mean, it looks like I'm pretty sure it's not confirmed yet, but with the whole Amrabat stuff, it looks like that's kind of like going through. He wants to go to United and everything, so that looks like it was kind of like looking cute. But so for me, you had basically two DMs, like two pivots, which in Casemiro and Amrabat. Now McTominay seems like a bit, unless you were trying to like move him forward and play him more in the forward position, which is possible because that's how he plays for Scotland. I'm pretty sure,
Yeah.
but overall, it seemed like his role was getting slightly redundant.
He can play as a center back. He's played center back a few times for Scotland.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
you can do that. I don't know. Me honestly, if I'm at United right now, just sell him.
Yeah,
Like, if I'm sell him for anything that's above 15, 20 million, just sell him. Like honestly, I don't
fair,
know.
fair. And then
That's what
the
I'm.
last bit of United news, sorry, is Fred. I wasn't.
Yeah, apparently he's getting sold.
Yeah, apparently he's getting sold.
to Turkey. I don't get like if you're selling. Yeah, well then they have to get Amrabat for sure because if you're selling Fred and McTominay, because Fred is pretty much confirmed he's leaving. Like
Yeah.
the here we go has already been established.
Here we
Fred's
go
going.
already. Here we went. Yeah.
There's rumors he's gonna go, and the Premier League starts tomorrow. So if I'm at United, it's like if you're selling both, okay. But and also keep in mind they lost Sabitzer. I know he was on loan from Bayern, but Sabitzer's also gone.
Hmm.
The midfield now was what? Casemiro, Bruno, Eriksson, and then who else? I mean McTominay for now, and then who else?
Mason
That's
Mount.
Mason. Oh fuck, true. Yeah, Mason Mount. That's true. Yeah, but then again, it's like my midfield is meh. It's not.
Yeah,
Great.
it's not. It's not like it's nowhere near obviously the best midfield in the league.
Like if I'm them, get Amrabat. Like they like if you get Amrabat, you could play a 4-2-3-1. Get Casemiro, Amrabat, then you can put Bruno or Mason Mount as the 10. They can alternate, and then you have your left wing Rashford. They got Hoyland, but they need to get a striker.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's an unknown Premier League club who's made a huge bid for Kane, and apparently that club is Man United. Say they get Kane.
Okay, but like, what do you mean? Like unknown man, unknown and Man United don't go in the same sentence because United usually makes their moves pretty clear, bro.
They're the only team that need a striker.
Yeah, fair.
No one, and I don't think West Ham's bidding 100 million for him. So
No, but the thing is, bro, like, didn't United just drop 70 million on Hoyland? Like, are
and
they?
apparently he's only gonna be able to play one game a week instead of two.
Why? Because he's injured?
Apparently he has some sort of injury.
Oh, load management kind of thing. Nasser says Garnacho is class and Luton is winning the league. Okay, so Luton's definitely not winning the league. And I know you're trolling because Garnacho is. I actually like Garnacho. I think he's like. Do I think he's overhyped by United fans? Yes.
Not good.
You don't think he's good?
He hit one Pedri celebration, then he got gas, bro. He looks like a. Get me started, man.
Well, he's gonna be a father soon, I think.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's terrible.
Yeah.
He's not that good. Like, no.
Yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. So that's United news. Let's see.
Actually, one thing. Well, actually, it's linked to Man United just because. Okay, moving on to the next thing real quick. Courtois injured his ACL
Fox.
for Madrid in training, and rumor is they're gonna go get De Gea. That's the Man United link, I guess.
Yes.
Rumor is they're gonna go get De Gea.
Yes. Now,
Like, what do you think?
I think that De Gea it would be a solid backup. Yeah. Like I don't think he's like I know he's going to be playing for quite a while, given that it is an ACL injury. Now I'm not too
It would be for the whole year.
really. Eh?
It would be for the whole year. Like ACL is at least a 9 month injury. So
Well, it depends on what you get him for, right? Because you're getting him on free, right? Pretty sure it's free, right?
yeah, it would be a free.
Yeah, you're getting him on a free. There's no way you're paying more than 20 mil for the brother, right? Like,
I mean,
no, like, come on,
it's sal like a year. You mean?
how, no, not
Oh,
like, yeah, I mean, like, I guess
no
how much?
transfer fee. He's a free agent. There's no
Yeah,
transfer
I
fee.
know, but like, how much would you pay for him for that year? Like, if you were just signing him for a year, right?
Let's see. Well, I just calculated it. Say he makes 180K a week, which I
Mm,
think would be like reasonable. He would be on 9 million a year.
9 million. Okay, so like,
Like for me, that's like some. I mean, I don't know how the wage structure at Madrid. I don't know if like they could do that, but anything between like I think 150,000 at least is reasonable.
yeah, and bro, listen, he's the Spanish brother. He probably wants to go back play at home. It's a good opportunity for him to
Yeah,
prove that he's not washed, like some United fans said. And overall, yeah. Listen, it's like kind of like the whole thing. It's like what's their other choice?
but I'm
They're not
annoyed
gonna
because
sign like a big all star keeper when they have Courtois, who, like, you know what I mean? Like it's
well, like I told you last week, I already thought Barca were gonna win this league by a decent amount, anyways.
hmm,
Now with Courtois gone,
yeah,
well, I mean, like
facts.
the league's gonna be boring this year
I
because
don't
they're
know. I
gonna
mean, maybe,
so.
yeah, maybe you're right.
I mean, if they come up last second and get Mbappe, then you know what,
Hmm,
cool. But
yeah.
like, I don't
Nasser,
think
Nasser
that's.
wants Real Madrid to sign Cal the Dragon.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like that brother's making 20, that brother making 20 million a year.
For me, yeah, maybe get the head because considering that he's a free agent, you can offer him decent wages because he's a free agent.
Facts,
Like, you
hundred
don't have to
percent,
pay a ton.
100%. It's a very attractive offer for De Gea, and it's a very
Yeah, it's
attractive
in
prospect for
Spain.
Real
It's
Madrid.
Real Madrid. It's Real Madrid.
It's Real Madrid,
I mean, the only
best
thing
club
I
in the
could,
world.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
was no.
Okay. Anyway, so now that we're in the La Liga sphere, let's continue on La Liga talk. So we have a couple things coming out of Barcelona, which really are revolving around Neymar. Um, and every news outlet and everybody's mama talking about like, oh, this is what he's saying, this is what he's not saying, whatever. This is what I believe to be are the facts. Well, I guess you can't really say facts, but this is what I believe to be true. A bunch of news sources have claimed that Neymar has told PSG that he wants to leave. Now, his father discredits these claims and says that they're not true, but it's his father. The brother's like trying to control his like public image. So, like, I get maybe he's trying to say that, but from my knowledge and everything that I've seen, it seems like the brother wants to leave. Um, he has. There's one quote I saw today, and I completely forgot about this, but I don't know if you remember back when Neymar was like in I don't know if it was 2022 or if it this past year, but he was basically watching the like the NBA like playoffs, and he was talking about how he think it would be fun to play in the U.S. for a year or something.
That was
So
this year when he was watching Miami.
yeah, exactly. So he said that. Now, do you think he'd be going to Inter Miami? Probably not. But is that a possibility? It is. Would it be disappointing? Oh, completely. I mean, that brother's
Oh
way
yeah,
too good to be
because
playing in the
I mean
MLS.
Neymar. If Neymar goes to the MLS, then his career pretty much died after he went to. Basically, his career's been dead since he was 25 because he's
Yeah.
been at PSG. And his career's pretty much been dead since he went to PSG.
Yeah, and the thing is, everybody agrees that that's the case. That he has had a very subpar career in PSG, despite like you see, there's a lot of stat merchants talking about like who always like rely on
Oh,
stats to talk about.
look at what he's accomplished.
Yeah,
Like
they
he's
always say, but his stats at PSG are technically better than his stats at Barcelona. But he was better at Barcelona, and
yeah,
that's
but
just
the thing
facts.
is, what you need to keep in mind as well is that, well, okay, Neymar as a player, is he better now than he was at Barca? Well, as a player, maybe because he's older now. He probably
Yeah,
is better. Then again, no, output, no, even then, because fine, the stats don't mean shit because it's in a shit league, and on top
Mm.
of that, he's injured half the time.
Fuck. No,
And
it
the thing
is.
is,
It's true.
it doesn't matter. Like for me, considering the hype Neymar had coming out of Brazil, like the career that how do I say this? Like Neymar had like for example, like Mohamed Salah or something, or like one of those guys. Like he should have had a career like that where he's won like a champion. So he already has Champions League, but he's won maybe like more league titles. He could have been. I don't know. Actually, no, Salah maybe is a bad example. I don't know. But Neymar should have had at least, considering the hype he's had, at least one Ballon d'Or by now.
Yeah, I mean, he did play in Messi and Ronaldo generation.
I'd say he should have had at least one Ballon d'Or and at least 2 or 3 Champions Leagues. And
Yeah,
probably should have been.
his first year at PSG should have been his Ballon d'Or year if he didn't, obviously,
He got injured.
But it is what it is, man. Anyway, that's Neymar. Is he going to Barca? I mean, I think
Well,
most Barca fans don't even like. Not maybe not most, but I
well,
think a
you
lot
know,
of them.
I'll give you my opinion on this.
Yeah.
I don't want Neymar only for one reason because pretty much every single source, not just one source, every single source around Barca pretty much said the same thing. Most of the board want him back, but Xavi doesn't. And for me, I mean, it's not hard to put 2 and 2 together. Why would the board want him back? I mean,
Money.
it's Neymar.
Yeah, it's Neymar. Yeah.
Money, like you get more shirt sales. Obviously, fills out the stadium more. There's more hype around Barca. So money, which okay makes sense. But if Xavi doesn't want him and he's building a project, let him build a project with players he wants. Don't force a player on him, especially a player like Neymar. Where like they did play together. So like Neymar isn't going to be like I'm assuming like Xavi will be able to keep him under control because they did play together. And plus, with all due respect, Barca isn't PSG. He can't get away with the same shit he did at PSG that he won't be able to do that at Barca.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, if the coach doesn't want him, then it's deal done. Like if Messi wanted to come back and Xavi didn't want him, I'd probably be like, okay, fine. Because like the thing is, it's like based on let's say his ability and shit. Would I take him back personally? Okay, fine, sure, because he's very good.
He's very good. Yeah.
If the coach doesn't want him back, then that's where I think it should be.
Draw the line
Like,
there.
I think the buck stops there. Like,
And you don't think Xavi can be convinced otherwise, eh?
no, Xavi's a stubborn guy, man. I don't think so. But then again, I do question him if he wants to keep Ferran Torres and not Neymar.
Yeah. Listen, bro. There's another highlight for Barca this week, and that is your young superstar, or not superstar. I can't say that, I guess. But your young like star boy in Lamine Yamal, bro.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
bro. He kind of who was that one brother that he absolutely sauced?
yeah, Regulon.
Yeah, bro. Like he's class, man. I don't want to like hype up too much because he's still young and everything.
But the issue with him that I'm serious, and this is something that's like
You don't like his hair?
this is something that basically I know a lot of people like to throw around, but me genuinely, this is the first time I've actually kind of believed it. So this has been the best performance of any play. Like a lot of people were saying, this reminded them of Messi's performance against Juventus in the João Gamper Trophy back when he was like 17. This was in like 2003 or 4.
Hmm.
And because the thing is with Lamal is that you don't want to hype him up, but the way he plays, it makes it hard to not hype him up.
Yeah, because he's very exciting to watch.
Because the thing is because I'll draw the parallel with this. Ansu Fati was someone who was insanely hyped up when he was 17 because of he was scoring some goals, whatever. For me, when I look at Yamal, and Fati is like Fati was a goal scorer and he had like some skill, decent pace, whatever. But Lamal, it's like for me, it's like he has the skill, the pace, the maturity, everything. So for me, I'm not gonna obviously say he's on Messi's level because no one's ever gonna be on Messi's level. But like, honestly, man, it's very hard to not hype him. Like if I'm Xavi, I'm keeping him as a first team player.
Yeah.
Like if I'm him, I wouldn't even want to get other wingers because think of it like this. The attack looks like this. Lewandowski is the sole striker until January, until Rocky comes in. Your right wing is Rafinha and Ferran Torres. And then your left wing, you put Ansu Fati and Lamal.
Fuck.
For me, that attack is fine.
Yeah, no, it's
Because,
solid, man. It's solid. You guys, listen, you guys are looking fire.
And even then, Ferran Torres, personally would prefer keeping him as a striker. So he can back up Lewandowski as well.
Fox. And is what's it called? Is Araujo out?
Well, no. I don't think he's out. I think it was his precaution.
Fair.
Our defense is concerning because Christensen is still out officially. And Inigo Martinez, when we signed him, apparently the Barca board knew he was carrying an injury, and they still decided to sign him because he was a free transfer.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be injured for the first month. Araujo, we don't know. Our center backs right now are Kunde and Eric Garcia. Bear in mind, we don't have a right back.
Fact. No,
It would have
that's the thing. If I'm saying you guys got to move on that position right
it
there,
would be a Kunde and Eric Garcia, and then right now, yeah, I wouldn't even entertain talks to Neymar. Go get a right back.
go get Cancelo, bro. Go
Go
get
get
Cancelo.
Cancelo.
He
Go
wants
get
it.
Cancelo.
Like, it should have been done,
Listen,
but
if it's not him, then we have to put Sergio Roberto as right back, and I don't want Sergio Roberto as right back. I don't want that shit.
yeah, brother.
But
All right.
that, for me, there's that one more thing we'll touch up on real quick. Juventus apparently are gonna get Lukaku, and Juventus fans do not want him at all.
I mean, weren't the fans the ones that like were making
Yeah, they
monkey
were
chants?
They're protesting. Yeah, exactly. They don't want him at all.
Yeah, that I mean, listen, I would understand that. I don't even know how Lukaku would want to go there, to be honest, because the brother got disrespected, and I don't know. Maybe he's just I don't want to say he's desperate, but it's kind of looking like that. If he joins up with
Who did he get
Juventus,
disrespected? No, it's Lukaku's own fault. Where he is right now is his own fault. He basically, what's his name? His whole career he's done this. He snakes Everton and goes to Man United. Then he basically shits on Man United and then goes to Inter Milan. Why is that Inter Milan? All he says is, "Oh, I love Inter Milan," whatever. Then snakes them and then goes to Chelsea. While he's at Chelsea, doesn't get playing time because he's dog shit, and then comes out in an interview saying, "Oh, I miss Inter Milan. I love the fans there." Goes back to them, plays like ass, pretty much costs them low key the Champions League final, then goes to their rivals. So like everything he's done, and keep in mind this coming from the same dude who literally 2 years ago said, "Oh, I'm seeing people talk about Lewandowski, the Kane, Suarez, whatever. I feel like I'm on that level."
yeah, no.
Like everything he's done is self-inflicted. So no, I don't feel bad for him at all. No,
Yeah,
I don't feel bad for him at all.
fair enough, brother. Fair enough. But I mean, listen, if you go, I mean, I'd rather see him there than I don't know. I guess Saudi Arabia or whatever. But that's okay. Let's move on to our predictions for some of the games this week. I'm just gonna pull up real quick what we're looking at this week, and we're just gonna do some quick predictions on some of like the more like important games.
Before that,
Yeah,
I don't think, have we done our Premier League table yet or no?
we have yes, we did it a couple weeks ago.
Okay, we have because okay, I'm just gonna say this real quick. We all know Jonathan Morley, of course. We know Jonathan Morley. He made a prediction that, for the most part, I don't disagree with, but there's one that I think is insanely stupid.
What do you say? I didn't even watch the TikTok.
Okay, so this is his Premier League prediction, right?
Okay.
Okay, Man City 1, Arsenal 2, Liverpool 3, United 4th. I think Arsenal. I would maybe put Arsenal first, but that I agree with that.
Respectable.
United.
He's not being crazy with Liverpool.
So United being 4th, I'm not sure. Like I said, my prediction will stick by. I think Spurs, because they don't have any competition to worry about besides Premier League. I think Spurs will finish 4th, not Man United.
Okay.
Okay, fine, but it's not like terrible. And then his okay. Then you have Chelsea 6, Spurs, Villa, Brighton, Brentford, Palace, Burnley. Like I think overall everything he's done there is fine.
Sure.
Where I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
He put Luton as 15th.
Yeah, no, Luton's getting relegated, bro.
Luton is getting relegated.
That's his controversial pick. That's when he knows, like,
Luton relegated, and Luton staying up, and Everton getting relegated. Now, see, his other two. So he put Everton, Forest, and Sheffield. Forest and Sheffield, I agree with. Everton, no. I don't get how you put Luton above. I don't get how Luton is 15th. Like, he put him above Bournemouth and Wolves. Like, I know Wolves are shit, and I know Bournemouth are not that good.
I had Sheffield going down. I had Luton going down, and I think I had Bournemouth going down.
It was Sheffield, Luton, and Forest.
Oh, okay.
That's what I called Sheffield, Luton, and Forest. Maybe Wolves. I could see Wolves maybe getting relegated, but Sheffield, Luton, and Forest for me. Anyways, I just wanted to pull that up real quick because I thought it was kind of.
No, I mean, that's hilarious. So listen, I had his exact no. I had almost his exact same top four, except I had Arsenal at 1, and then I had City at 2, Liverpool 3, United 4. I don't think Spurs are going 4th, bro. I'm gonna be honest, but like obviously it is what it is. We'll see.
I don't think Man United finished top 4.
But anyways. Yeah, but and even like Liverpool right now, like I have them 3rd just because that's my favorite team. Do I actually believe they're gonna finish 3rd now? Tough.
Well, listen, barring any injuries, I think they could finish 3rd because they're in the Europa. Like, if they were in the Champions League, I'd say no, but they're in the Europa League, and I honestly don't think Klopp is going to prioritize Europa League. I think he's going to prioritize his finishing in the top 4, guaranteed Champions League. And also, just because if Liverpool made the Champions League, but like they finished 7th in the league with a Europa League win, I personally I think on like you're a Liverpool fan, you'd probably prefer finishing third with no trophy than finishing seventh with a Europa League.
Yeah, I don't want to watch Europa League football for
Like I
Liverpool
think
two
you'd probably
seasons in
prefer
a
that.
row.
So I think
Yeah, yeah.
game. So I think he's gonna
I'm with you,
prioritize.
brother. Yeah, I hope so.
So
I hope so.
Liverpool finish either third or fourth. Like I'm not saying they're necessarily finishing third, but they're gonna finish in the top four. I think. But
Yeah, let me just give a quick shout out to everybody that's tuned into the stream. I really appreciate you guys. This is our highest viewed stream ever. We got, you know, about 10 views so far, and like it's just everybody's been interacting. The comments have been going, you know, interact like a lot of interaction in the comments. So we really appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in. We're gonna start with our predictions for some of the games this weekend, and you guys let us know what you guys think. Also, let us know what you think about our semi question of the day. We were just asking about where would you put Kane in like the top all time strikers list for Premier League anyway. But yeah, so moving on to our Premier League predictions. I'm gonna say the game. You give your prediction. I'll give my prediction. We'll go do it like that. Keep it efficient. Starting off with our first game of the season, which is tomorrow. It's Manchester City versus Burnley at 3 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay, you want me to give my prediction first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Man City win. I think 3-1. I think 3-1 because well, Burnley to me are going to be exciting this year for one. It's the first game back in 2 years in the Premier League. Company's playing against his old team, like he's managing against his old team, and it's at Burnley. It's home. I mean, obviously, I think Man City still win, but I think it's going to be 3-1. I think it's going to be the type of game where, like, 1-0 City, Burnley make it 1-1, and then maybe in the last, like, 15, 20 minutes, Man City pull
City
away.
just go, okay, fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
I think it's going to be 1-1, then City pull away in the last, like, 15, 20 minutes and win 3-1. That's what I think.
Fair. So, okay, I was going to say 2-0 just because, again, yeah, like you said, it's away. I think Burnley is the kind of team that Holland thrive. Like, it's the kind of game that Holland will thrive in. And yeah, but it's still, you know, again, it's away, so I'll say 2-0 for that game. Anyway, let's move on to Saturday, August 12th. This is basically the first big game day. So obviously the first game that we're going to be paying attention to is Al Nassr versus Al Hilal. No, I'm kidding. It's Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest at 7:30 a.m.
Yeah, I think Arsenal won that 3-0. I don't think you'd disagree. The Forest aren't that
3-0?
good. Arsenal is good.
No.
It's at Arsenal.
It's at the Emirates.
At Arsenal. It's the first game of the year. So
Yeah. Okay. I think Arsenal definitely wins that 3-0. I don't know about that. I'll say 2-0. I'm being a bit more conservative on these first games, but maybe Arsenal comes out the gate strong. Let's go. Then you got Bournemouth versus West Ham. I mean, this is a game I don't really care too much about. I say West Ham. Maybe I'll say West Ham. Especially with their all-time signing of Harry Maguire.
I think draw.
You say draw?
Because Harry Maguire hasn't been confirmed yet, so I don't think even if
he might not play. That's facts.
He won't play that game. Even if he gets confirmed now, I don't think he's gonna play. But he's still not even confirmed, and the game's in 2 days.
Okay, I'll say 2-1 West Ham. Okay, for that game.
I think 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. Okay. We got Brighton versus Luton Town. I think Brighton wins that one. I'm
gonna note these down actually real quick.
Yeah.
Let me note these down on a paper real quick.
Ross Barkley with them. They signed a couple good players. Are you talking about Luton, Nasser? Ross Barkley with them now.
Yeah, but Ross Barkley. Who the fuck's Ross Barkley?
I don't know, Nasser's friend or something. the guy Nasser went to college with. I don't know.
I'm gonna note these down. So,
my brother brought up the notepad. Damn, all right, professional, huh? Damn, okay.
I predicted 3-1.
This brother wants receipts.
3-1 City for me. What did you predict again?
I said 2-0.
Okay, Karim for West 2-0.
This brother wants to check me on Sunday when we record.
I think 3-0.
Okay.
Arsenal. Okay. And then I said 1-1 for West Ham. And okay, 1-1 West Ham. And then, so what was the next game you were predicting?
Brighton and versus Luton.
Where is it at? Is it in?
Let me look. It is at Amex Stadium. Yeah.
I'm predicting it. Okay, 2-0 Brighton.
Okay, yeah. Write me down for 2-0 as well on that one. Yeah.
What was your West Ham prediction again?
I said 2-1 West Ham. And then did you get me my Arsenal prediction?
You said 3-0, right?
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. No,
2
no,
nil
sorry. I
Brighton.
said I said 2-0. I said 2-0 for Arsenal, not Forest.
Okay, 2-0, and
Yeah.
then okay.
Okay. Then you
Um,
have Everton, Fulham.
what did you predict for Brighton and
Oh, true,
Villa?
true, true. Okay. I'll say 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0. Okay, cool. Oh, and then
Okay, we
uh,
got Everton, Fulham, and that is, let's see, just double checking. That is at Goodison Park, so it's at Everton. Um,
I think this finishes 2-2.
okay, I'll say 1-1.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, 1-1, 1-1. Okay, then you got
one.
Palace versus Sheffield.
I think Sheffield 1-0.
Really? No, no. I say Crystal Palace wins 2-1.
I
No,
think
I say Crystal Palace wins 2-0, 2-0.
2-0 Palace. Okay, and then Villa and Villa
Villa
Newcastle.
Newcastle. That's actually a solid game, to be fair.
That's very
That's a
good.
solid
Oh, man.
game.
Oh man, I'm gonna say I go bold. I'll say 3-2 Newcastle.
Nah, it's
It's at,
not
it's
Villa.
at,
I don't
it's
think
at
Villa's gonna.
Newcastle.
Is it at?
It's at Newcastle.
Is it, oh, St. James. Yeah. Okay. So no, no.
What do you say?
That's a tough one, man. Tough one. I'll say 2-1
2-1?
Newcastle.
Okay, so that wraps up first big game day. So that's the
Okay.
12th, which is Saturday. Now Sunday we have two
Sunday,
games.
just 2 games. Oh, actually, no. Barca's playing on Sunday too, eh?
Want to do Barca predictions as well?
Uh, I mean, we'll just do everything on Sunday. That's of importance. That's like the first game weekend, I would say.
I mean, but yeah, I mean, I don't know because I feel like we cater more to a Premier League fan base. I don't know if I talked to them about because Barca Getafe. Barca, I think, won that probably 2-0. But
Oh,
then
fuck.
again,
Okay, so yeah, we could just skip over that because then I guess we're opening up a bit of a can of worms. So we'll stick to Premier League.
yeah, Premier League stick to that. Now the 13th has two good games. So Liverpool, Chelsea, and Spurs, Brentford. Spurs, Brentford. I'm gonna call it right now. I'm saying,
2-0 Spurs.
you know what? I'm gonna go bold. I'm gonna go really bold. I'm gonna call 2-0 Brentford.
Ouch. Really? My brother's
I'm
just talking
calling
about
2-0.
my brother put Spurs in fourth place and then talking about Brentford with no Ivan Tony. He's
Yeah,
gonna beat them.
I'm telling you, because it's the first game of the year and it's at Brentford.
True. I mean, fair, but like, isn't Raya gone? Or is that not confirmed yet?
I mean, Fabrizio confirmed it, but he hasn't been announced by Arsenal. So I mean, actually, yeah, Raya is gone. That is true. Now I'm still going. You know, I want to be.
All right,
I
you
wanna
want to be a
be
little saucy. Okay, so
little
I said
saucy.
2-0 Spurs. You said 2-0 Brentford.
Yeah.
All right.
Brentford, Brentford, and okay.
Okay.
Dude,
And then you got Chelsea. Okay, this is in my
okay,
opinion, this is the big game of the weekend.
let you look at that.
Ah, man.
I don't know how to predict this game because I don't even know what Chelsea's team is anymore.
Three.
I don't know what the team is.
So okay, yeah, I know it's tough. And Nkunku out, right? He's out for a
Uh,
little while at least. They got
yeah.
Jackson. I think pretty sure he's playing. Sterling, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure is in. Um, and Mudryk probably.
You
That's
know what I'm gonna say,
that's
and
your
it's
front three
at.
probably.
Well, the front three would be Jackson, Mudryk, and
Sterling,
Sterling maybe.
perhaps, yeah.
They're
Okay.
probably
3-2, 3-2 Liverpool.
oof, Keep in mind this is at Chelsea.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think it's gonna be that high scoring. I
Uh,
think it's gonna be.
I know.
I'm
Listen, bro. Liverpool's front three are gonna go. They're gonna take advantage of Chelsea's back line. Pause.
I'm calling. You know what I'm calling? I'm
But
calling 1-0 Liverpool.
oh, okay.
I actually think it's gonna be kind of a boring game.
Yeah, I guess I like. See, my prediction is a bit crazy considering how like what the last four appearance games against Chelsea have been 0-0, right?
Yeah, there's been
But
shit.
it's such a different team this year, you know. It's really
Yeah.
different. So yeah, I'm saying 3-2 Liverpool, and obviously it's a bit of like a my heart wants it to happen, but
Okay,
we'll just
these
see
are
it.
noted down. The last game is
Is
May 9th.
United Wolves, right?
Calling 3-0 United.
3-0.
Yep, 3-0 United.
Okay,
Wolves basically sacked their coach
yeah,
on like basically right before the season started. They're replacing him with Gary. Who was it? Gary O'Neill, I think,
from Bournemouth.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's gonna be a yeah. Okay, I'll say 2-0, 2-0
That's what
United.
I'm calling. That's what I'm calling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3-0. Okay. Anyway, so you guys here live, whoever's been watching, again, shout outs to you guys. You guys here live heard our basically match day one predictions for the Premier League, but you guys already know what you can do. You can let us know what you think in the comments below. Let us know what you think about everything that we talked about. Answer the question of the day. That is pretty much going to wrap us up this week. Unless Brahim, you have another thing that you wanted to talk about.
I no, I don't. I'm good. I don't have
All right,
anything.
solid. So me and actually Nasser, who's in the chat right now, we got a game to play at 6:30 live. No, we're not gonna obviously go live, but we got a game to play at 6:30, so we're gonna go get prepared for that. But we appreciate everybody that supported, man. This has been our biggest stream so far, and hopefully it only gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Lots of interaction today, and we really love to see it. Thanks, guys, for whoever showed up. I hope you guys like the new setup, the new thing. I hope it's aesthetic. If you liked it really quite a lot, tell your friends about it. Tell us, yeah, tell them what you thought, and obviously let them know that it is a very open environment to speak your opinion in this. You will get roasted, but definitely let us know what you think. Also, if you want even more interaction, we got TikTok, which we're really active on. And if you want the most interaction, we got a new Discord server called Ballers Academy. The link will be in the description. Join up. It's welcome to everybody, all fan bases. But again, you might get roasted in there. But that's just the nature of the Basement Ballers podcast, the nature of me and Brahim. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We appreciate you guys. We're going to head off now. But peace out and have a great rest of your weekend. See you next Wednesday. Peace out. Very good.